again, everybody. So, going to try to keep it kind of short and sweet this week because I don't exactly have a ton of time. And we're going to go back to working on the MG just a little bit. So, quick refresher for you guys. This is our 75 MGB. We are currently working on getting the brakes to work again and going from there on everything else. This week, this video is going to be finishing up that brake, mounting both front brakes, bleeding the system, and hopefully being able to back it out of the garage. That is the entire goal for the video. Nothing more, nothing less. Just make this thing sit back on the ground again. Just because I kind of would like to get it to where I can get in and out of the garage, because it's been up this way for going on a month now. The original plan was for it to be this way for about a week, and I'm at 4 times that. So yeah, let's see something quick though before we hop onto the brakes. Let's see. This thing hasn't been started in at least a couple weeks. Like started. Let it pump. Let it pump. Let it prime for a second. And that is why, in a nutshell, why I want to get this done, because that was nothing and it just fired right off. So, like I said, that was no joke. This thing is not started and or ran in a couple weeks, because I did it a couple weeks ago just to see if it'd do it, and it did it then too. So it's like, this is going to be a good car if I get unlazy. I swear, no matter how simple of a project I try to do, there's always something. I don't have any nuts. Yep. Guess we're going to the O'Reilly's. Haven't even started yet. So, I am currently doing some of the stuff that I have now realized. Tripod that I have out here. It's too tall. So I can't get half of this on video for you guys, at least not under here. So I'm going to go ahead and knock that part out, and then I'll bring it back for the last little bit. Show you how the adjuster works on this thing, because it doesn't have a typical self-adjuster like most drum brake cars do. And from there, we'll move up to the front, and we'll get the fronts knocked out pretty quick. Alright, now that I'm thoroughly sweaty, annoyed, and irritated, I love brake work. I love drum brake work. So, any of you guys that know anything about drum brakes know that most drum brake systems, your master or your wheel cylinder is on top and your self-adjuster is on the bottom. Not MG. It's upside down. Or this axle was put together backwards. That's also a possibility. I hope that's not the case. Well, no, I know it's not the case, because all of them I've seen over this way. When I was looking at them online, I know it's not the case. It looks like it's built upside down, though. So, not only does that... Alright, trying this again. So, MGBs, the rear brakes are drum, blah, 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 blah. The whole mechanism for how everything works is upside down from what you would normally see, with a self-adjuster at the bottom and your wheel cylinder at the top and your bleeder at the very top. MGB, it's all 180 out. The wheel cylinder is at the bottom, the brake bleeder is at the very bottom, and your manual adjuster, not your self-adjuster, your manual adjuster is at the very top. So this works kind of like a self-adjuster, only you're the one doing all the adjusting all the time. They don't self-adjust. You just realize, hey, my back brakes don't feel that great no more. Then you give this thing a couple turns and you have back brakes again. Which I don't know why they put it at the top and not the bottom, but part of me even thought about now just like unbolting everything and turning it 180, but I don't know what kind of effects that has on anything, or I don't know. I'm leaving it the way they had it because obviously it works, even if it's stupid. So yeah, so all it does So it's literally just a screw-in system. The farther in you screw it, the farther it pushes them apart, the more they open. And yes, I know MGB is cheap and they do some stupid crap. The rubber band is just there to hold it together prior to installation. That's it. It doesn't actually stay on with the car. I know that sounds like an MGB thing, but it's not. Maybe I'm just a little annoyed with this car right now. Yeah, alright, let's get this installed. Oh, rubber band off. Hold them like that. That will very helpfully drop one of them. Tight to get the other one lined up. Slide the drop back in. Slide the brake shoe inside of it. You guys can't see this. I gotta put nuts on the back side of it. This is what I had to do right off the bat because I had to go get those because I didn't have them. And I've lost the wrench. There we go. Now we can just tighten them. Stop doing a bunch of stupid things. Alright, and the only piece of new hardware I'm going to fight with putting into the brake system here is a new spring on this one right here. That is it. I'm leaving the rest of it alone. And the only reason I'm going to fight with this one is because for some reason the new springs that came in the kit have way more tension on them than the old ones. And I can't find the spring. I think it fell out and disappeared long before now. So yeah, fun times. All right, let's get this in. Get this up where it needs to be. There we go. That on there. This on here. Same problem I had on the other side. Well, I can get it on, I can't get it to turn. I know there's supposed to be some way to use like these things to do stuff like this, but I don't know. It's like you need a fourth pair of hands, or well, I guess just a second pair of hands to do it, but it is needlessly complicated to put these on. This is why I don't like drum brakes. Why I don't like working on drum brakes, because there's no good way to hold any of this stuff to put this on. Like, and the amount of tension against this spring is just ridiculous. I don't know how doing it by hand is even a good idea. Oh no. That went too far. No. There we go. That's as good as that's going to get. And that's not very good. Alright. That is the only piece of hardware we're putting back in. Because again, I am for what I want to do today with this, I'm too lazy to go anywhere past that. So we are at least, come on. And we're already over adjusted. Go figure. So fun to work with. I'll be back. Alright, so after about 10-15 minutes here off camera, I figured it out. The reason why it wouldn't go on is the brake cable was locked up, or the e-brake cable was locked up, and it was just like probably like a couple clicks up, just enough that with everything being the way it is, it wouldn't go back in far enough to let the drum slide on. So, which was probably why they had taken the self-adjuster out, so they could collapse everything to get it to move. So yeah, it's in there, everything's adjusted, it's good for bleeding at this point. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to these front brakes, and these I can actually do some things and show you some stuff as I go. It is hot in this garage today. I might turn the fan on. Problem solved. That'll help a little bit. Yeah, it's Diet Coke, it ain't beer. Not as cool, but still, works for me. Alright, there is brake number 4 done. You see in there, I cut the camera, and I finished it off camera because, well, that was going to require heat. Don't necessarily like doing that on camera. And I didn't know how long it was going to take. So I didn't want it to be like, even if it was going to be like 30 seconds in time lapse, I didn't want to sit there with the camera running for 15 minutes while I was just simply trying to get a bolt to turn. Y'all don't want to see that. So, the air. It's unfortunate. It's probably going to rain here really soon. But yeah, I figured y'all don't want to see me do that. You want to see the end result, basically. And if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. I will change the way I'm doing things. Matter of fact, this is probably a good time to point that out. If there are things I'm doing that I'm not showing on camera that you guys want to see, or things that I'm showing on camera that you don't care to see other than my face, be nice. Let me know. That way I can try to make these a little bit more entertaining for you. I watch through them as I edit, so I don't necessarily go back through and watch them on YouTube. So, I mean, I see the whole video because I put the video together, but too hot to talk in this garage. But yeah, so there's that. So now at this point, we are at the point where I need to bleed the brakes. And I got to figure out if I can do that by myself or not. And then I need to put the clutch slave cylinder in yet. I've kind of forgot about it. That is the last part of the hydraulic system on this car that really needs attention. And once I get that done and I get the brakes bled, there's zero reasons why tires can't be thrown on this and it can't drive itself out of the garage, probably without using the gas pedal because the cable is very stuck. So that's something else I gotta figure out. I gotta figure out how I'm getting some like PB Blaster in that thing or something to make it work. Sorry, arm was getting tired. But yeah, so that's where we're at. That's what we gotta do. And wow, it just sucks no matter where I'm aimed at. So yeah, that's what we gotta do. And gotta figure out whether or not I can do any of that myself. I know I can do the clutch myself, because that will gravity bleed. The brakes, on the other hand, outside of the front driver's side, none of the rest of them want to do that. So there's not enough fluid in the system to get it to kind of pull itself. And there's not enough head pressure on the system to get it to push itself either. So it's, yeah, I'll figure it out. All right, so progress is being made. The brake fluid, she flows through the car. As you can see by the leak right there. I wish I had someone here to help me. Now I would actually do it on camera, but right now it's a lot of me hopping back and forth from spot to spot to spot, and nothing good to film. So, I'm trying to figure something out for that. It's not working, but I'm trying. I might just set the GoPro up over here, and just you guys can watch me run around the car. Maybe, I guess, I don't know. But yeah, I'm trying to figure something out for that. So, slight intermission from the MGB, because I got asked to work on this old beauty. So I didn't ask if I could record anything on it, so I'm not going to. All I'm going to tell you, it's a beautiful 69 Tempest 4-door. So I got to do some brake work on it. So yeah, that's all I can tell you. I'm not going to show you guys any more than that, and just tell you she's a pretty old car. So we'll be back on the MGB real quick, but I gotta get this done first. So I'm waiting on parts for their car. So I decided to go ahead and try to get a little bit more done on the MG while I had a couple seconds of help from the wife. The front brakes are good. They are fully bled, and I lost the cap. Dang it. I gotta find that. But anyway, front brakes are fully bled, good to go. The back brakes, on the other hand, I have discovered I have a leak right here at my connection. Go figure. And I forgot a part on this driver's side rear. I forgot I need an adapter put in line. I remembered it when I looked at the passenger side and seen it in there. You eating some candy? Yeah. So hopefully both of those things are an easy fix. And then once that's done, I also remembered I still need to put the clutch slave cylinder in this thing too. After those two things are done, there's not really any reason why I shouldn't be able to throw the wheels on this thing and be able to move it. I would say throw the seat in it too. But there's no holes. So I don't know where the exact holes need to be to mount the seat in. I got to figure that out. That might not be this video though. I really don't want to do much with the interior of this video. I just want to see it move. So I think it moving and stopping will give me motivation to want to work on the rest of it. Or at least that's the hope. Because I need motivation to work on something. And right now I ain't got motivation for much of any of it. So, and I also got to make the determining decision on whether or not I'm actually keeping this or not. Someone wants me to go check her pool and see if it's full. I gotta make the determining decision on whether or not I actually want to keep this car or not, or if it is a just get it to where it's a movable object again and post it for sale. I haven't quite decided yet, because like it's neat, but it's just I don't know. I don't know how much I like it. That's the problem. I think after 3 or 4 MGs now, I'm just kind of burnt out on them for the moment. And this one being such a big project just isn't helping. It's also not helping looking at this thing sitting beside it, because this thing's freaking cool. But yeah. Alright. I'll bring you guys back when I got something to tell you. So we're here again. Trying to fix the one brake line up there that was leaking. And in the process of that... Yep, that's brake fluid. Yep. So I am going to take that line, I'm going to take that line off the car completely. And I'm going to go get some of the copper tubing from O'Reilly's and just run a whole new line. I got probably enough steel tube to do it. That line is a lot harder to work with, and I don't have a good bender for it. I've got about a million excuses I can go with right now. So yeah, we're going to go get some of that and hopefully fix it. We'll see how long that takes and see if I got the extra cash to do it right now. I don't know if I do or not. This week's check was a short check. So, worst case, I guess we'll just clamp off the back brakes and make this sucker drivable on fronts. I don't care anymore. I just want to see it move. 3 weeks. 3 weeks I've been working on these brakes. And I think I finally have them. As you can see, the car is down on the ground. The clutch is done. It's bled. The brakes are done, I think, and they're bled. There's a couple of things I'm concerned with, but we'll cross that bridge later. Right now, the goal is going to be throw you guys in the tripod, start it, try putting it in gear. If it goes in gear, which means the clutch probably works, try moving and stopping. That is it. That's all I wanted to do. I'd like to see it back up a couple foot. I'd like to see it pull forward a couple foot, stop in both directions, the clutch work both ways. If that all works, I'm calling this a success. Holy crap, has this been a lot of effort to get to this point. Kind of my own doing, kind of some things I didn't expect. I did not expect to replace 2/3 of the brake lines in the car. I didn't expect some of the fittings to be what they were and to fit the way they did. There's just a lot of, oh, that's not right. Oh, that's not right. Uh-oh, this isn't right either. Oh, these parts are missing. So there was just a lot going on that did not work in my favor. If you can tell by my voice, I am very frustrated with this car. Like, a big part of me wants to say if this works, I'm throwing it on Marketplace and we're calling it done. But I don't think that's going to happen. I want to see it through a little bit farther than that, unless something comes up that makes me go, this needs to go, because I want that a lot more. So, yeah. All right. Let's try this. No, I am not cleaning everything off the back for the minute. Just the stuff that might follow me in front of me. The things that will follow me behind me, we'll worry about later. Oh, okay, wait, there is a glass jar. We're going to move that. Because last time this stuff spilled on everything, that stuff caught on fire. So, we don't want that again. I don't think. Maybe. Maybe we do. I don't know yet. We'll cross that bridge in a minute. Can I get in? Can I reach pedals? No, I can't. Sorry, I have my seat too far back. My seat that doesn't exist is in the wrong spot. was way too much effort. Way too much effort. There we go. It runs, it moves, it stops. Every system still needs bled some more, which not entirely shocked by, because everything has been bled so far has been bled by me by myself to this point, and obviously they're all going to need a little bit of work. So I was afraid for a second that the clutch wasn't working, but the moment I pumped it a little bit, got a little bit more pressure into it, it worked. So then it continued to stay working. So I'm hoping bleeding that system some more, which realistically for this is a lot of that just pump the crap out of the pedal. And oh, the air out here feels amazing. It is. It's like 9:30 at night, 10 o'clock. That feels like a complete victory. Like, I'm extremely, extremely happy about that. If I didn't have all the stuff on the back of the car, I probably would have tried to go around the block, which is a terrible idea. Half tires are almost flat. Has no lights, no turn signals, no nothing. My luck, I was stalled halfway around, had to have her come drag me back with the truck, which would have meant moving like 5 vehicles by the time it's all said and done, knowing my luck. Even though there's only one block in it, it would have involved moving every car somehow. You guys have watched to this point. I appreciate you. This video has probably been a craptastic view of this thing. But I wish there was more wrenching involved in it. But the wrenching I did do on camera, nothing felt right about any of it. So I just kind of went like, the only way this is happening is if I just get in and get it done, and I will talk to you guys about every step after the fact. So it's a car. Yeah. All right. 1 second. Garage is a mess. It's been 3 weeks. I fixed someone else's brakes in that time frame. I put rear struts on the RAV4, and I put a new radiator in our Tundra in that time frame. I've also posted the Corvette for sale in that time frame. We'll talk about that later, though. But I got it done. Victory beer. I appreciate you guys that have watched to this point. I appreciate you that keep tuning in to this shit show. I can't tell you what's happening next with this, because at this point, I don't know what's happening next with this. I know there are some things I still need to fix before it's really drivable, like the throttle cable that sticks in every position needs just replaced, I think, at this point. Obviously, I need to go through and do a little bit more bleeding and tweaking on the clutch hydraulics and the brake hydraulics. So that's something I need to address. Every body panel needs something done to it, obviously. There is no interior. There is a leaking water pump and a belt that's about ready to shred itself. But we have all new brakes on the car. We have a very solid running engine. We have a good radiator. So we have something. Now to just figure out what the next step is with it. I don't know how quickly we're figuring that out. I'm not going to promise when you guys are going to see this again. Next time you see it, might be me selling it. I don't know. Because I don't know where I stand with this car at the moment, because I am so... These brakes were very frustrating, obviously, as you guys can tell. And while going through it, I did find some other things with the car that didn't exactly make me the happiest. But, hey, it is what it is. So, now from this point forward, I just got to figure out what makes sense for me to do next. I think the smart thing for me to do would be to start going through and cleaning up some of the rest of the car, start plugging in lights and things, making sure they actually work, finding that wiring in the harness would probably be a grand idea, because there should be some like wiring harnesses for lights around here somewhere that I'm not seeing any form of. So there's that. But overall, like, I don't even see where the wiring would go through for the lights. That's fun. That's fun. So, yeah. But again, thank you guys for watching. I am going to enjoy the rest of this Red's Hard Cider, and I'm going to go take a shower and go to bed. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed the shit show. Why do I do this to myself?